Hey, hey, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, y'all? Ricky, what's going on, man? Good to see you. What's going on? I was actually thinking about you the other day. I was like, man, what happened to Ricky? I haven't seen him in a bit, but looks like you're still on doing your thing. About to get set up right now, actually. I'm gonna make some bongs tonight. I got an order to fill. Gotta make 100 by in 2 weeks. I think I'm about halfway there, maybe just over half. So we'll see. Crunch time. I like to say I work good under pressure. All right, let me adjust the camera here in a bit. Get it closer to me so I can pivot here and there. Not too bad. A little bit under the weather. Fucking cold air, chill breeze out here. Been trying to get me, trying to have me catch something. I'm fighting it. Took some zinc this morning. And just trying to stay hydrated and drink my fluids. Um, let's see. Yeah. Just been doing my thing here. Oh, I got a new piece of equipment. That's what I was going to say. I got a new piece of equipment today. I actually got two new pieces of equipment this week, so that was really cool. I got a small kiln, so that I can start fusing and melting, doing those different projects, which then I can later incorporate into my glass blowing here. And then I got this grinding and polishing wet belt machine, a sand like a belt sander, but it's a wet belt sander, so I can use it for grinding and polishing my glass. So those things are cool for the business, and again, kind of personally, just kind of trying to kick this little bug that's trying to creep in. Let's see what else. Anything else? Oh, yeah, same old, same old. I guess after that, how about yourself? What's going on with you? Wet sander, yes, there you go. Delayed it. What's up? What's up with you, delayed it? Yeah, I got a wet sander, so I'm really stoked out about that. And then the kiln too. I got a kiln. Oof. All right, make some big ones today. At least that's the plan. We'll see. All right. Same stuff, different day. I hear you, man. I hear you. Let's see. Oh, I recently just somebody reached out to me today. They just commissioned me to make something for them. So that's going to be another little project I got going on. I actually worked with them about a couple months ago, and so they want me to make something for them again. I haven't got the details yet, but they just reached out to me today, so I'm looking forward to working on that. No, not through Whatnot. It was just personally here at the studio that I work at. So I work as a teacher and instructor, and people come in here and you can sign up to take a course. It's like a 30-minute course, and then we'll walk you through the process. You get to use some of the tools and do the activity a little bit yourself. Then a couple of days later, once the piece is cooled off and ready to be picked up or shipped out, you'll get your piece. And so I've been an instructor for about 10 years, and now I'm trying to do my own thing and take on commissions, take on side projects if I can, and then also just make my own work to distribute to galleries and try to sell on here as well and whatnot. Joke. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. And so I worked with them here. They came in here as students. They took the course, and they just, I don't know, they just really liked the way the pieces came out. They reached out to the studio and they were like, "Hey, we worked with this dude named Joe. Oh yeah, said it, Joe Illis, and he's was wondering if he's still there. We want to commission a piece from him." And so yeah, the studio reached out to me. They're like, "Yo, these people said they worked with you. They wanted to hit you up for some more work." I was like, "Yeah, give them my email." So they reached out to me, and I reached back out to them. So I'm in the zone right now. So yeah, I just reached out to them, sent them an email, and I'm waiting for them to respond, see what they say. But I told them, yeah, like, dude, yeah, for sure. I remember them too. It was a dude and his soon-to-be wife. So they were doing the event for their marriage. They were getting married and stuff. So yeah. Um, and then this order that I'm working on right here, this is from a partner of mine. I've been working with him directly for like the last probably 3 years now, going in this year, and he's going to a glass expo in Las Vegas, where they're going to have all kinds of distributors and vendors marketing their glass. And he makes a lot of pipes and stuff. He makes bongs too, but uh, he asked me if I could make him like a 100 pack. Well, yeah, I can make you some. So he's going to take these with them to the expo here in a couple weeks in Vegas, and we'll see what happens. Maybe instead of 100, he'll hit me for 1,000. And we're talking big numbers there, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna go grab another pipe. It's called the punty, and attach the punty to the bottom of this vessel. And so I'm gonna go grab a little bit of glass on a separate pipe. Hang tight. I'll pop back up in the screen here in a minute or so. All right, so I'll give this piece a general heat all the way inside, reheat everything up. I'm gonna take a life of its own, let it kind of roll across while I shape this one up. right, break it off that pipe. It stays attached to this one. And I'm just gonna give this a good general heat all the way in, make sure everything stays relatively hot. And then I'm gonna go right back to just the opening in the top part. Touch up the cracks, get rid of that sharp edge, and then just kind of dial it in at the end. All right, put that pipe away, go back and touch this up one last time, take it off the pipe and do another one. Oh no! You guys didn't see nothing. You guys didn't see nothing. Holy shnikes. Let's see if I can salvage this. Son of a gun. Oh, that's going to break off again. Okay, it's a little funky, but I think I'm able to save it. You guys didn't see nothing. You guys didn't see nothing. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to leave it as is. All right. Well, that was a close call. I'm going to start laying these things in now. All right, one down. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So yeah, that didn't shatter or break because the glass was still really semi-molten. So when it hit that ground, it wasn't crystallized all the way yet. So it didn't shatter or break into anything. And the shape was kind of semi, again, kind of molten, but also kind of somewhat structured, that it didn't get too distorted too much. And I was able to just kind of quickly pick it up. I had to heat the glass back up on the other end of the puntee and able to kind of stick them together and have them melt together a bit again. It doesn't always work out that way though. Like sometimes if you don't do it quick enough, or you're taking, if you just take too long, or sometimes it just will break, right? But you know, if things are just right, you're able to still kind of tack it and stick it back onto each other, melt it, and as you can see, you kind of reheat and try to salvage it. So yeah, kind of crazy, huh? Some of the behind the stuff that you don't get to see all the time. I'm not sure where the camera was angled or whatnot. You guys got to see any of it, but all right. Shake this up a little bit. Get my air bubble started. Stretch it out and shape it up. All right, so I got this mold on the ground. You guys might have seen the mold before. Let's see what's going on here. Kalena, what's up, Kalena? No interns tonight. No interns tonight. Just riding solo. I think I might be in here Sunday night. It's still up in the air, but if I'm in here Sunday night, I think I'll have the big dog Wesley coming to help out if he's not busy. I think last Sunday he was, but then my other buddy was able to help out, Darian. Tonight, solo dolo. Okay. So I dip it into the mold. You can see the mold. It's called our pineapple mold. And that creates all this facets and texture on the glass. And so when I go add this next layer of glass, because of the consistency of the glass, it's not like water where it's just going to cover everything up quick enough. It's more like a thick molasses. All right, it's just going to slowly go over the surface and trap air pockets. And that's going to lead to all these air bubbles inside those little rivets. Yeah, usually the sales are around 11 in the morning, Pacific time. Switch it up a little bit again. Night show, just kind of hang out, chit chat, chill. I'm so focused on what I'm doing sometimes I'll even like forget that I'm even talking to people. So it's always nice when people just kind of hang out and watch. And if there's any questions or anything like that, any feedback, I just kind of look out for the chat when I can. Okay, blow a little bit of air. See how it reacts. Okay, now I'll start to stretch it, make it longer. Start to adjust my angle. I can feel it starting to stretch out quicker. At first it was slow, but eventually as it gets thinner and it's still really hot, then it really starts to kind of accelerate. So now I go back to level, and then I'll go back to being vertical again. Stretch it out. While I do, I'll start to create my little constriction where I'll break it off later. Blow a little bit of air real quick while it stretches. Stretch it out some more. Okay. So I got this hose. I'm going to attach one end of the hose to the pipe. And again, that's going to let me blow it up to the other end. I'll stretch it out longer, and then I'll start blowing up that bottom. Tad a bit longer. We're going to go pretty big on these ones. All right, so getting kind of in the zone real quick. I'm going to go grab the other pipe, separate the piece from this one onto the next pipe. It's called a punty. I think punty, I don't know if I haven't really researched it too much, but people tell me that it's like an Italian phrase, Italian word, means to bridge. So we're bridging the piece from one pipe to another pipe. So a little punty, or a pont. Some people call it a pont. Pontel. Anyways, let's let it spin for a little bit. Back the other way. Come back towards me. Okay, I have my water. Okay, this one's shaping out to look really nice. I like this color more than the other one. The other one I feel like I have to saturate a lot more. This one I don't have to saturate that much, and it really pops. There it is. All right, one nice little good general heat. Then I'll get ready to take it off the pipe here in a bit. Okay, there it is. So now while the rest of the form starts to cool down, I'm just going to kind of preheat the bottom, making sure that connection stays relatively hot. Or else, again, if it wants it, if this connection, the punty, if the punty gets too cold, it might, again, just want to break and have the piece fall off. So this is starting to look good. I'll give it one last final heat. And then we'll take it off over at the knockoff station there at that toolbox. Thanks for everybody hanging out. Who's ever hanging out, appreciate the support. Always, as always, thanks again. All right, so a little bit of water here. That creates a little sizzle, stresses the glass, causes a little bit of fractures. And so now when I tap the pipe, it sends a little shock wave and just kind of separates itself from this pipe. There it is. That's all it takes. Just a little tap. Tappity tap. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. All right. Fortunately, I have to lay them down sideways today because the shelves are full in there and I don't have space to stand it up, especially because of how tall I'm making them. So, what's going on? What's up, Kalina? Thanks for the fire emojis. I appreciate it. Humble Bumble, what up? Mama Bear, what's going on? Lizzie Lush. Awesome glass blower on here. Love it. Yes, what's going on? All right, I'm going to keep it going, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Let's go ahead. Oh, some shares. Thanks for the shares. And yeah, keep it going. This is the furnace, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. So inside the furnace is a big ceramic bowl, and that bowl is full of molten glass. I got my color laid out in these little scoops. I'm just going to kind of roll it right across, kind of dab it on there, and those little pigments of color start to fuse and melt onto the glass. Now, they don't melt in quite yet, and that's where the glory hole comes into play. That's the glory hole over there on that station. So I'm just kind of heating up the glass for now. I wonder what would happen if I add some blue over the green. That might look cool. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add aventurine green, so that gives it a nice sparkle, kind of a glittery effect. Then I'm going to cover that with this kind of aqua blue. It's aqua blue, but curious to see if you can still see the blue and then just be like seeing reflection of the glitter underneath the blue from the aventurine green. Because the blue that I'm working with is a transparent blue, so it's kind of again a shade of blue that will allow light to shine through it. And so having that aventurine green in the background will cause it to create a glittery effect. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I'll shape it up, and then I'll blow a little bit of air into the pipe. And after I blow, I immediately cap the pipe with my thumb, and that kind of traps and pressurizes the air to go up towards the heat. So as long as the air gets hot enough, it starts to expand. There it goes. So now I kind of swirl it around. That stretches it rather than being very bulbous. Now I've made it a little bit longer and cylindrical. And I'm going to shape it up some more so that, again, I can go into my mold. Okay. So I heat it up, mold's in the ground. There's the glory hole. We're gonna run this till 10 o'clock, so to the closest hour, we got about a half hour to go. Not a bad pace. Granted that I dropped one. I like that sound. When you hear that sound, then you know I did it right. All right, we'll let this cool down, and then I'll add the next layer of glass over this. All right, let me grab some H2O. Say what's up to the chat. Looks like an ornament mold. Yeah, you can make ornaments out of it. If you blow this, make it nice and spherical, then it's an ornament with facets. It has all these little kind of what am I looking for? Waffle texture, I guess. Anyways, let me throw my fire emojis up there for you guys too. Fire. And there they are. All right, let me go grab the next layer of glass. I'll be right back in the picture here. And a couple seconds. So here I'm just trying to get the shape nice and even so that when I do start to blow, the air also kind of expands evenly as well. Okay, we'll start to stretch it. They'll blow here and there. Oh yeah, this one's got some heat. Let's start to let it stretch out some more. Create my score mark, where I'll break it off later. And as I do that, I aim it a little bit more steeper now. I really start to stretch it out at the same time. Yo, spin around the world real quick. One more. Get a little puff of air. Attach my hose to the pipe so I can blow it up. These longer ones are tougher to handle. Hey, that's what she said. Okay, actually, I can see some of the blue a little bit. Yeah, interesting. We'll see how this turns out. It's hard to tell right now, but once it's all said and done, that's when you can really see the final product. All right, time for the punty. Still good. I'm gonna go right into it. Okay, so again, I'm gonna lay the pipe down for a second. Shape this one up real quick. All right. Oh no. See, that's why sometimes I just rather focus on the piece than, sorry guys, on you guys. To be honest, I'll be honest. Now later on, I'll maybe get the assistant to help me out with the camera and stuff. But right now, just solo dolo. Part of the growing pains of getting to that next that next status, the next tier. Doing things solo, understanding things first, then being able to explain them to other people, then being able to trust people to take on what you say and do it right, and then hopefully maybe have some chemistry and make a cool relationship out of it. Because some people are good at what they do, but you might not get along with them or something. Might not, I don't know, whatever it may be. But you want to be able to work with somebody cohesively. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Where everything's just kind of, it all works well together. Of course, people are going to have their ups and downs, but that's one thing that I always like considered about work. It's like I definitely got to get along with everybody and be there. All right. Sorry if I have to change the camera a bit, but just touching up the top here. There it is. I'd love to try this. I do ceramics. Oh, you do? Oh, I just got a kiln. I just got a kiln like 4 or 5 days ago. A little scut kiln, and so I'm gonna be able to do like fusing and slumping as well. So I actually got to go to the Clay Art Center over here and pick myself up like a kiln shelf, some kiln wash, maybe a couple of molds just to kind of play with. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm gonna do that with my daughter this weekend. So it's gonna be a cool dad and daughter project that I'm looking forward to. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one away. Here's our kilns over here, the annealer. Big silver boxes here. It's like rolling around a little bit. I'm like, don't you fall out of there. All right, let's switch it up again. Let's keep it here for a second. Glory hole and color. I'll go grab some more glass. Now I'm going to stagger. I'm going to do aventurine first, then the blue second, aventurine third, blue fourth. We'll see what that does, if I can tell the difference between the two pieces. Sometimes, like when you're mixing colors, some colors aren't compatible with each other, so there's like a reaction, and so you think you're going to get one thing, and then you end up with something completely the opposite. With these two here that I'm melting, they're actually compatible with each other, so they're going to melt, work together. They don't blend to create a new color, so like when I mix red and white, it doesn't get pink, it's just red with white. So here again, it's blue and green, but the green has a glittery effect, the aventurine green. And then the blue is a transparent blue, kind of a, again, I think turquoise color, more or less. Very light turquoise color, I should say. All right, so I got my shape. I blow a little bit of air in here. I quickly pressurize it and cap the pipe with my thumb. The air travels up, it heats up and expands. Swing the pipe around. That elongates the bubble rather than being too wide. Makes it more of a thin cylinder, give or take. And then I'll start to shape it up so that I can go into my mold. Little heat, mold's here on the ground. I was trying to blow and this freaking thing got stuck in my mouth. That was a damn sweater. Anyways, let's get back to it. I might have to take the sweater off on the next one. It's starting to build up a little sweat. Just a little bit, not much. All right. How we do it now? Oh, man. Oh, wait. I got the wireless mic, so I got to bring that wireless mic with me. All right. Hopefully that's all right. Peppermint glass. You guys can hear me okay? Cool. All right, let me go pick up the next layer and I'll be right back. How about some fire emojis in the chat? Fire emojis in the chat. For all those new people that are checking it out for the first time, you can drop some fire emojis in the chat. That's always very much appreciated. Yeah, let's go. Who's that? Humble Bumble. Thanks for the fire emojis. Appreciate you. Now, when I'm at home, I get my torch. And I have a big fluffy torch that if you hit those fire emojis, I'll kind of throw out the big fire blaster out there. Today's torch is a little map gas, so for those fire emojis, there they are. Okay, a little bit of air. Stretch it out. Again, as it stretches. Ooh, it's starting to get away from me. Pull it down a little bit. And stretch it again. And as it stretches, I'll start to constrict where I'm going to break it off the pipe later. Okay, heat it up some more. Get ready to attach the hose so I can blow it up. One more time. Okay, so just gonna add a little bit of contour there between the neck and the bottom bubble, and then I'll flatten that bottom bubble, and I'll get ready for the punty, which again allows me to bridge it to the other pipe so I can work the top. Okay, so I'll go grab another pipe with some glass on there, and again attach it to the bottom of this piece. So while I get the other pipe, got the glass on there, I'll give this a quick little heat. Make sure everything stays generally hot. Okay, again, just kind of let it roll for a second. Back. Break it off this pipe by just tapping the pipe. It sends a vibration, and the vibrations break it right off at that stressful spot. where the water was just added. Oh, I think I might have got a little bit of water droplet, like a little droplet of water fell on the neck because it broke off way higher. It was like this long, and now a little piece broke off. So there might have been like a little droplet that accidentally just touched somewhere a little bit in that area. Or it could have been just really thin and stressful in that point. I don't know. Still though, looks like I can go ahead and salvage this as well. You guys didn't see nothing. You guys didn't see nothing. Yeah, no, I'll just melt it in, straighten it out, and then we'll get ready to put this one away and do another one. I might have to cut that off a little bit. There we go. Okay, let me touch up the rim one more time. Get rid of the sharp edge from the cut. I see the fire emojis. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you guys hit that follow button if you aren't following already. And all that good stuff. Double tap the screen, hit the likes, share the show, enjoy the vibes, and let's keep it going. Here we go. All right, so I got that rim nice and molten again. I'm just gonna touch it up a little bit, reshape it with my paper pad. There it is. So yeah, it does look here blue. It looks more green than blue, but yeah, we'll put this one away and then we'll do another one. How are we doing? Oh yeah, I got enough time for one last one. Let's do it. All right, so let me try to knock it out a little bit quicker. Try to go a little bit faster. So when we break it off the second pipe, there's always some little scar tissue and little sharp edges that might be left behind. So earlier, that's what I was doing with that torch. I was just kind of torching whatever sharp edge was left behind. All right, last one. Let's go with that right there. Let's clean this one up a little bit better. And let's go right here for you guys. The issue is that if the phone gets too hot, because of all the equipment, the battery gets too hot, the phone gets too hot, and it just dies. So I could only have the phone so close. All right, switch it up. With this blue, I think I have to like saturate like 5 or 6 coats to really have it stand out. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna do about 5 coats. We'll do 6. So that's number 2. Three. What am I talking about? I don't know. I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't know. don't even know where when that one popped up. So sometimes I'll talk to myself. You guys might catch that with the hot mic. Fucking motherfucker. I'm just kidding. All right. Oh, earlier I was I think I was talking about earlier. I was torching the bottom of the pieces, and so that's why you guys couldn't see what I was doing. Probably that's what you're referring to, maybe. All right, I think that was number 6. See, I got lost track talking. Let's go one more just to be on the safe side. We'll say 7. Okay, get this melted in. Oh yeah. So yeah, at the end I'll use the torch, and the torch gets rid of the sharp edges. I'll make sure to show you guys this one here at the end. What is it, Humble Bumble? Yeah. So how long you been playing with ceramics, Humble? I've been a glass blower now, and April will be my 12th year this year. I've been an instructor for 10 years this year in April. Excuse me. "30 years, nice." Do you do sculptural work, or do you like vessels, or a little bit of both? And what do you like to do? All right, there's a sound. Lots of Christmas trees and customs. Okay, nice. I'm trying to get the customs under my belt here and there. I met somebody on here. They want me to make them a unicorn, pink and clear. So I practiced it the other day and came out okay. Okay, this is definitely a lot darker than the first time I did it, so I think the color's pretty saturated. What's up, newly found? What's going on? Oh, you collect blown glass. Oh, well, there we go. Look at that. Let me hit you with the follow too. Yeah, if I can get it to go. There we go. Yeah, so at night, I do my night show here at the studio where I work at. And then in the daytime, around 11 o'clock Pacific, that's usually when I do my sales. So you can see some of my work in the morning, tomorrow morning, if you happen to jump on. All right, let me go to the furnace, add some more glass. Where's that? There it is. Can you make tulips? Yes, I've made tulips before. was for my cousin's birthday. My cousin wanted, oh, my aunt got it for her. And so, yeah, I made a bouquet of tulips for her. Or, was it a bouquet? Yeah, I think it was a bouquet. They weren't easy either. Those were tough ones. But we got it down. My cousin loved them. Still has them to this day. Till this day. All right, let's stretch it out. Okay, get my air hose and get it attached to the pipe. Stretch it out a little bit longer. One more time. All right, it's looking good. Quick little heat. Focus most of my heat now on just that bottom bubble. Blow it up a little bit bigger, flatten the bottom, and then get ready to add the punty and attach it to the other pipe to finish it up. Yeah, this one looks nice and blue compared to the other one that I made. It looked a lot more just, the blue wasn't saturated enough, so I felt like it was a little too clear and pale. This one you can definitely see the blue a lot better. All right, so let me grab my pipe with a little bit of glass on it. Go right there. Okay, let's just go with it. Ooh. Okay. Put that one away right now. Okay, so yeah, just kind of touch it up a little bit, smush it in, and reshape it one more time. Get everything all nice and straight. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to take it off the pipe. I'll show you guys the leftover torch mark or the leftover edges. Put it away and go from there. Maybe say what's up real quick to the chat and then get ready to call it a night. Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water to the connection here. That creates just a little sizzle there so that I can tap it off and break it off the pipe. Still got a little bit of time before it cools down just where I want it. And we'll go right about there, tap the pipe, breaks right off. And little sharp edges that are there at the bottom, we just give it a quick little torch. And just enough so that it melts the little sharp edge. So pick it up. There we go. Ooh, this one's a wobbler. I'm gonna load it up right here. There we are. All right. Let me see what's up with the chat. What's going on? What's going on? Cal Ray, newly found. What's up? Was making a clear recycler. He was running OBS off his phone hotspot though. It crashed right before you hopped in. Oh, I was wondering too. I was like, oh, okay, another glass floor. Sick. You should apply for the show Blown Away. I might have to after seeing the last one. Hand blown glass ornaments. You usually have a tree of blown ornaments. Okay, yeah. Let me hit up Candle Rose real quick. Hit them with the follow. What's up, cruisy car? Awesome stuff, my dude. Yeah, appreciate you, Humble. All right. Well, it looks like more or less. Let's see. Amazing process. That deaf gal. Let me hit the deaf gal. The follow. Peppermint glass. Got you already. I saw Kalena in here. Toasty, big Toasty. What's up, Toast? Coyote Moon. Yes, I do have Christmas ornaments left still. Yes, just in the Hot Shop flame. Yes, the mold gives it texture, but I also use it to create the bubble trap technique. Kalena, thanks for the share. Ricky, Ricky, Ricky. All right, yep, that's about it. I think that's where I left off at last. Let's see. What's up, Dominic? Welcome to the shop. Just getting ready to finish up. I'm a glass blower. This is the glass studio where I work at. Thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already. I'm about to end it tonight and check me out in the morning. You can see me in the morning around 11 o'clock Pacific time, and maybe catch me in the future another night. So, you guys have a good night. I'll catch you again another time. Hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. Peace.